Yo, what's going on YouTube? X1Soul here and I'm back with the video. And I know it's not been too long since my last video. I released one last Thursday. I'm hoping this one will be on Thursday as well. But the videos aren't going to be as consistent. I'm hoping at least one video a week because I can definitely do that. But whether I can stick to 2 videos a week now because work started to back up again. So I'm having to go back to work, so I won't be able to upload as much as I used to do. But I'll try my best anyway. In today's video, we'll be looking at Shane Dawson, and you know, everyone should know who he is. He's got 22.1 million subscribers, and he's been a lot of controversy in the past and especially recently. But in this one, I'm not going to talk about his Teddy Westbrook and the James Charles and all of that stuff again. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about his more recent video he made of the Taking Accountability video. It's got 14 million views and it was uploaded a week ago. In this one, he talks about some pedophilia remarks he's made in the past and some racism marks. I'm going to be talking about the whole video and my breakdown of it. I'll be putting clips in the video up there, but I'm not going to react to the whole thing. I'm just going to put my words into it. So in Shane's apology video, the main factors of it were the blackface and the heavily racism he basically used to do, because he used to do these skit type videos. They were very heavily racist and stereotypical skits of different races, such as blacks, Mexicans, Asians, and Latinas and all that. So his video is 20 minutes long, 20 minutes and 30 seconds long, and it's a very well put together video. Other than his older apology videos on some of the old controversies he had, they were very just throw on the camera, cry, get your emotions out there, and then basically just apologize and hope that's the end of it. And in this one, he actually understands that just saying sorry won't fix anything, and not everyone will accept his apology. Which is, that's very true with life. You don't, just saying sorry is not going to fix everything. So he starts off the video mentioning basically how poor his previous apologies are and that he understands that not everyone will accept his apology. And he also mentions how he cried during his old previous apology videos, and in this one he doesn't cry at all. So the first thing he brings up is the racism claims, or the racism comments he's made in the past. His skits used to be very heavily based on stereotypes. And
hey, where's JT? It was time to let go of him, and I just want to let you know that I, Liberty Van Fett, am choosing you to be my new object of affection.
There was no truth behind it, and he's not. I don't think he's a racist person. I just think he was playing a character back then, which doesn't help or doesn't defend what he did. What he did was very wrong. He used to do blackface a lot, and he used to just say the N-word and
fluid. Oh, nigga, bitch, monkey, woman, you're the best. I'm gonna eat this whole
bunch of other racist stereotypical things. But I don't think he's a racist person at heart. I don't know him personally, but I just feel like he was trying to do it for the comedy and playing a character, which isn't right, but still. So here I've written down that he admitted he made the decision to play upon racial mainly focusing around the black, Mexican, and Asian categories, I believe. I don't remember a lot of his old stuff. I remember seeing clips and I've seen certain videos of him. Really sat there and digest or watch all of them videos. I don't know if many of them are public anymore. He admits he hates his old self, and he used to always try to ignore the drama if it was brought up. But as he's grown older, he's understood that ignoring it doesn't always get rid of it. It does in some people's case, but not all of it. How bad the drama is, not all the time it will solve it. So the first point, and one of the more racist, one of the worst points, not the worst point, one of the worst things he's done in the past was blackface. He admits he never really looked into the heritage of it, or the originality of it. And I've looked into the originality of it, and it's a very dark place. I believe it was mainly done, apart from the racist side, but it was mainly done because the white, the white film and TV companies didn't want to hire black actors, and black people couldn't really get jobs as actors. So what they do is they get a white person just to play upon heavily stereotyped things, and it would just, because they didn't want to hire a colored person. Which is completely fucked up, but that's the times back then, and we've completely grown as a race. But it just shows that there is still a lot of racism behind things. So he pleads ignorance for not researching it, and you should have researched it before you used it. But I understand that he was younger back then. He's matured a lot. I believe his content's definitely changed into a more mature aspect on life. So especially in recent times, Shane has admitted that he's seen a lot of posts from his colored friends about the whole George Floyd situation and how much it affects people, this whole racism stuff. I'm really hoping this whole situation with the George Floyd is going to change it. I know it's happened years upon years of just black people being suppressed, and I'm hoping, especially nowadays in the age of social media where everything is shown publicly, I'm hoping we can actually, look at this and go, oh, we need to change this. And it's so disgusting to see that it's still a part of our society and, you know, our species, that how far we've come in life, technology-wise, how far we've gone in life, but we're still having this issue of some people hating, you know, a certain race or certain, just certain people just because the colour of their skin isn't the same, or it's a racist ideology that people are brought up with when they're kids, of, you know, because back, you know, years ago it was ingrained in them kids, and then it was ingrained in, you know, the kids further than that. It's just disgusting to see that people are still like that today. So Shane said that he used to try to justify it in his head by saying that he played a character, and now he understands that playing a character doesn't give him the right to say the N-word and or use blackface. Years ago he researched blackface, but he always tried justifying it in his head, so he never really stuck with, he shouldn't have done it at all. But like, you know, years ago, he researched it, but always tried justifying it and being like, oh, it's okay, I was playing a character, it wasn't actually me being me. You know, which obviously it doesn't justify it at all, but it's just still, you know, when someone does something bad, they're also going to try to justify it for themselves and not really understand, you know, other aspects of it. So this other, I'm not sure if she's an influencer or anything, but Francesca Lee and Shane basically had beef back then, and basically Francesca was trying to help out Shane, showing him, like, you know, like, he was actually being racist and it wasn't something to joke about, but Shane was just very ignorant against the whole situation, and his fans were very racist towards Francesca. So this next part's going to get really dark, and it's just disgusting to talk about, but it was part of the video, so I want to bring it up now. So Shane used to run this podcast called Shane and Friends, and they'd talk about very controversial and just raw topics, and one of the topics brought up in one of the podcast episodes was murder fantasies, and as much as I hate saying that, that's what he's mentioned in, that's how he called it as well. Basically, how he describes it as is him and his friends spoke about the way they'd kill someone, how they get away with it, what they're doing, who they'd kill, which is fucking disgusting to talk about that. But it's just, he did it, and, you know, that's up in the internet, and I'm not sure if it's still, like, his podcast is public, but that's what happened. And during these, he mentioned something and believed that it was about Francesca Lee, the person I just mentioned, who he had beef with. He claims it wasn't her, and it was about someone else, another woman, and he completely regrets talking about it, and he just hates that clip so much, and it's understandable though, you know. You're talking about something, the worst thing a human being can do is end another human being's life, and you and your friends are talking about how you'd do it anyway. So, at that time, when basically this is kind of all back when he's making the Not Cool movie, the Shane Dawson's movie, and he felt like making the jokes crazier in them, and that's why he can no longer watch the movie himself, just because of how fucked up the whole movie is and how extremely racist and borderline racist the movie is. So this next topic we're going to go into is pedophilia and some of the old claims that he's made in the past. So an old podcast clip was brought up, basically him talking about pedophilia, and a bunch of it was clipped out or cut out of context, where Shane was talking about pedophilia and how he hated pedophilia and he hated the way he made a joke about it. So in the podcast clip, it's basically him and his friends talking about it, and he'd say some things and then he'd go like, no, it's disgusting, and, you know, it's kind of like friend banter you'd have, or like, you know, you'd say something and then you go, no, it's a joke and all that, but like, he did this publicly on a podcast where millions of people could see it, you know, around the world. So then a vlog clip came out, and basically it was him and his 12 or 13-year-old cousin. He was giving her the birds and the bees talk, which was fucking uncomfortable. Like, I've seen clips of that, and basically he was there and he was explaining it, and it was just weird, and he was saying just certain things he shouldn't have said. I suppose he was doing it for the content. But then he reached out to the mom of the 13-year-old, which is his aunt, and she said it's okay, you know, it's the way their family is. But he never really felt like coming out and saying it publicly because the mom or the aunt, you know, the mom of the child kind of like disregarded it and, you know, she said it's okay. So then he brings up how he's changed a lot and he sees the wrong in what he's done in the past, which, you know, it's true to everyone. You're going to say something years before, you know, if I've said something previously and I hate it now, which is understandable, like a lot of people are going to have that situation where they say something and then their views completely change on that topic. You know, like, certain people are going to like, oh yeah, it's the way people, you know, people evolve and people mature a lot more the later on in life they go. Then he brings up again that he's understandable that not everyone's going to accept it and he's willing to lose everything for the past things that he's done, which is true, you know. A lot of people who have in this situation Shane is, and they've said something, they've done something, they would get cancelled, or, you know, they'd lose their entire career because of it, which is understandable. Like, the things people have done, and the things Shane Dawson has done, are fucking disgusting, and he definitely doesn't deserve to have what he has. But I suppose people understand that people change, and I'm hoping that, although it's going to have an impact on him, I'm hoping it's not too big. Like, he definitely deserves something from it. He needs to learn his lesson, but I'm not saying, like, you know, we should go out and cancel his career or end it. And then he says that a lot of people have noticed that most of his content is basically him and his friends, or, you know, like, him and his white friends, and they're just talking about their problems. Which is very true, you know, like, he's had Eugenia Cooney, he's had Jake Paul, he's had Jeffree Star, and they're always talking about their problems, and they're always white people. And he definitely seems very racist, although it's probably not Shane, but it's the content he's made, and he's hoping to change that up in the, you know, the later dates. So in the next part of the video, he basically brings up the James and Tati situation again, because it's resurfaced now. But I'm going to get more into that in the next video, which we're actually going to be talking about the James and Tati situation. That's going to come out on Sunday. This video should be out on Thursday. Hope you guys are going to enjoy the videos, and I was, you know, what's your guys' opinion on the whole situation? Do you guys think that Shane Dawson, you know, do you think his apology is genuine? And do you think he's actually going to change from this? Or do you think he just said it just so that, you know, but it definitely seems like, you know, in a year or two, that more controversies or more, you know, past mistakes Shane's made has come out, because that always seems to be the problem. At least every year Shane has something bad said about him. But yeah, what's your guys' opinion on the whole situation? And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys and girls.